Are you tired of getting caught on the counter-attack? Do you want to turn the tables and dominate your opponents with a punishing counter of your own? This video reveals the secrets to mastering the most potent offensive tactic in eFootball, quick counter. I will first give you a breakdown with 4 topics about this tactic. The behavior of the team when attacking, when defending, after gaining possession, after losing possession. But how does the theory look like in practice? To answer this, I am going to experiment with something I never did in my videos before. I will use a squad with only GP players and head into the division with them using quick counter. We can play very fast. And numero uno, bam! And yes, you will get the progression point distributions for every single player in my lineup. Therefore, watch this breakdown without the skip until the end. Each team play style has its own player movement. The player movements are what differentiates the team play styles from one another. We start with the first definition from Konami. When attacking, players will spring a counter attack by actively dashing towards the opponent's goal. That's the official term, but on the pitch, I'll show you first in the training mode. So let's initiate the counter attack now. From here. No one is helping us, but the players are dashing to the front one by one. The right center forward, now the middle center forward, and now the left second striker. So one by one, they are dashing to the front, not collectively. We move on to the next player movement when defending. Players form a high defensive line to apply strong pressure from the front, looking to win the ball high up the pitch. So let's check out how this looks like on the pitch. Let's lose the ball here in the opponent's box, and you can already see my defensive line. They are high up the pitch in the opponent's half, and even here still you can see it. They are not willing to run back just when the opponent is coming into that areas. In eFootball, there are 2 player movements that are dependent on the possession. We are starting with the first one after gaining possession. When ball possession is regained close to the opponent's goal, the players will immediately dash towards the goal to enable a counter attack. Let's gain back the possession. Zack. And you can see that my players are dashing to the front, especially the forwards. The midfielders are a little hesitating. They are also not coming to support. They are leaving the ball holder alone. This is what you need to consider in your attacks. The second possession player movement, and therefore also the last one in general, after losing possession. When ball possession is lost, nearby players will aggressively pressure the opponent in numbers to try and regain the possession. Let's lose the possession here and see what's going to happen. So we lost it, and the AMF is already attacking, and also the CMF was attacking the opponent. So without pressing nothing, your AI is trying to put pressure onto the opponent in numbers. We now know how the team behaves with the quick counter strategy on the tactics board and in the training mode. But how does this team play style works against real opponents? Before everything, we first need a suitable team in a suitable formation. Therefore, the formation I opt for is an offensive-oriented meta 4-2-1-3, which I can transform into 4-2-4. The right manager here for me is not one of them, but him. But Chilton. With 85 as a team playstyle proficiency, he has the highest value in quick counter as a GP manager in our full GP squad. Now I will give you my team step by step, but with all levelings for every single player in my lineup, including their player progression point distribution. As a favor, I'm just asking you to smash that like button, and if you want to stay always up to date, subscribe to my channel. And now let's start with the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper in general is a matter of taste, but I would recommend you to go for goalkeepers who are tall, at least 1.88 m. And in this case, the best GP goalkeeper for me by far is Thibaut Courtois. On the fullback positions, I'm playing Takehiro Tomiyasu on the left-hand side and Giovanni Di Lorenzo on the right-hand side. The playstyles aren't important because we are going to deactivate them. But why and how, I will tell you in a moment. First, we take care of the center-backs now. And here, I'm using the fullback finisher Jurian Timber. And as his partner on the left-hand side, I'm using Kalidou Koulibaly the Destroyer. Since quick counter has a high defensive line, consider fast defenders for your backline. The midfield is covered by a DMF, a CMF, and an AMF. And we are beginning with the DMF. Here I opt for Dennis Zakaria, the anchor man. My CMF is the orchestrator Pedri, who is definitely an interesting choice as a fully offensive-oriented orchestrator. And now we are moving to the attackers, talking about the AMF in this system first. My choice here goes to the whole player Rafa Silva. Important that he can play as a second striker too, so that we can switch his position more offensive if needed. And in this tactics, we are using 3 forwards. One is a second striker on the left-hand side and the other 2 are center forwards. The second striker in this case will be the creative playmaker of Mednasah. As a center forward on the right-hand side, I opt for the roaming flank version of Son Heung-min. And his partner in the center as a center forward is going to be the goal poacher Kylian Mbappe and the best GP player by far. No matter the team play style or the team itself, the bench is very important. And my bench is very versatile and full of suitable players for all positions, as you can see it here with the attackers, but also when we go for the midfielders, like Kante, like Barella, like Amadou Onana, or Virgil van Dijk, Lucas Hernandez, or Marquinhos. As you noticed already, I've let my Ferraris parked in the garage. I want to show you the efficiency of quick counter without using those booster cyborgs. But what about the individual instructions? As already mentioned, we are deactivating the playstyles of our fullbacks with giving them defensive. One here is on Takehiro Tomiyasu and the second one is on Giovanni Di Lorenzo. And even if your players are defensive fullbacks, it makes a difference. They will stay further back if you are equipping them additionally with the defensive interval instruction. And for the front, I'm using counter target on Kylian Mbappe and counter target on our second striker on the left hand side, Mednasah. And now it's time. I will go into the division matchmaking with quick counter, this formation and this team. We are in the ranking, guys. We are fighting for the Division 2 promotion with a relatively good dashboard. You know me, I'm always trying to win my games. Therefore, I'm very cautious and focused. And I say start the engines, Bismillah, and here we go into the matchmaking. We have an opponent and he is from Greece, Kostas Aderfe. Okay, let's check the forms because they are going to be very important in a full GP squad with only standard forms. Zakaria is on D form, and how about the rest? Cristiano, Vinicius Jr., good. Oh, N'Golo Kante on A form. Ooh, we need to give him a try, guys. On A form, he has to play, guys. I will put him as a CMF. And this guy, Amadou Onana, will replace Zakaria as a DMF. And now let's check the opponent's team. He's playing in a 4-4-2 in... Bro, this is a free-to-play team, but a very cool one. Ooh, 2 CMFs, Guti and Stojkovic. So he has got no real defender, no real DMF. Collective team strength is on 3,117. By the way, I didn't talk about mine. 2,938. Not the highest one, which you've seen. Let me activate the gamepad viewer, guys, here, that you can see what I'm going to do on the pitch. Quick counter, full GP squad in the division, guys. Here we go. And we need to play offensive and aggressive. This is what quick counter is doing. Giving our opponents no time to breathe, no time to think. Defensive line look very high. One through pass behind our back line and it's going to be very dangerous. Zack, zack. But yeah, we can play very fast. And numero uno, bam! This fast play, you know, aggressive play. This is what makes quick counter so special. Rafa Silva. Hey, he fouled me, huh? In the box. We go for a Panenka, guys. Zack! Opponent received the red card, huh? Ooh, boy. He's suffering under the pressure. Look, he's always surrounded by many players from us and always no space. But this is the main disadvantage from quick counter. The possibility to receive a through pass behind your defensive line. You're always outnumbering your opponent in the defense. Like always 3 versus 2, 4 versus 3, etc. Yeah. He's got no chance, guys. The GP squad is demolition. In combination with quick counter. Look at this, man. Kante gained back the possession without by myself doing nothing. Look at this. 3 versus 1. And did you see how my AI attacked? He fouled now. The AI fouled him. It was not me. And it was also not called for pressure. But the team play style, the quick counter AI pressure by itself. Manual goalkeeping is here. Oh, Kante, man. How he makes himself available. Did you see? How he dashed and goal. How he dashed and raised his arm before the pass receiving. It's A form. It's quick counter. Opponent goes on full red. Oh, boy. It's not like long ball counter. When you lose the ball, that the players are all dashing to the back, you know, and leaving spaces for your opponent to have a nice and smooth build up. In quick counter, it's not like that. In quick counter, you lose the ball, okay. Attack, attack, attack. Gain back the possession as soon as possible. In the 5-yard box of the opponent, 6-yard box. Here we go. First half 5-0, and it's a total demolition. Let's go for the second half. Opponent wants to know. Look, guys, I'm showing you a trick. You select a player. In this case, a player who's good in finishing. And then you run to the top. Press through pass and then you run to the bottom, you know? You confuse your opponent and then you score a goal, but I think it's offside. Yeah, it's offside, but very close. A good example that you need to take care of the offside line if you're doing this trick. We conceded. He has his goal, guys. Oh, very nice gameplay from him. But manual goalkeeping saved us. Double touch. Son Heung-min. Bam! I can't make it 2 digits, guys, because he is going for a rage quit. Okay, GG's. 30 points. We've reached the 1,400 points. We have a green dashboard, 80% win ratio. It's all fine. It's all good. As you could see, quick counter is the most aggressive playstyle in eFootball. The gegenpressing you can execute is putting every opponent under big pressure and big danger. It focuses on rapid transition from defense to attack and therefore relies on fast, agile players and precise timing to exploit gaps left by the opponent during their offensive push. The pros are definitely the high effectiveness against opponents who commit many players forward and exploiting space behind their defense, so it can lead to quick goals. But quick counter has some serious cons too. You are very vulnerable if the counter attack fails due to the leaving potential gaps in your defense. Furthermore, it is less effective against defensively solid teams or those who anticipate counterattacks very well. Overall, the quick counter playstyle is effective for those who are skilled in rapid transitions and swift execution, but it demands careful execution and disciplined defense to avoid vulnerabilities.